And welcome to another one of my weekly self-defense analysis videos. Today I'm going to be going over with you how to defend yourself against multiple armed attackers. Um, and it's a continuation of my last video on multiple attackers. So here we go. Let's go over that again. Okay, so in this particular situation, the best thing you can do is have situational awareness. Know your surroundings, know who you're dealing with. Second best thing is to have a weapon with you. Is really the best thing you can do in this type of situation. You could try to do it empty-handed and try to disarm somebody and get a weapon from them, but that's too risky. It's not as effective as actually having your own weapon. And the third thing is, well, actually, probably the second best thing, or I don't know which one, but like pretty much try to get away, try to drive off in your car, whatever. Use the car as a shield and whatnot, and just drive away. And this is the other thing I want to focus on. Okay, so in this particular scene, the guy tries to run away from the multiple attackers, but he runs in like a straight line, and that's not a good thing. Why? Because he's out in the open, and like I said, running doesn't work. If your attacker covers more distance than you and is faster than you, you're not gonna be able to outrun him. And even if you could, there's obstacles in your way, like this wall and this other stuff that's in your way. It's like, where are you gonna run to? You know. Um, So in this particular situation, what you could do is you could use the obstacles around you, like the cars, and try to create some distance using the environment around you. Like maybe get an improvised weapon, cars, and stuff like that. So that's really the key, is using the environment around you, and to create some distance. And the last thing is, if you fall down on the ground like this guy seemed to do, you need to get back up, because you don't know if they got knives, if they have guns. If they're gonna kill you, you don't know. So it's best to create as much distance as possible and not end up on the ground covering yourself and everything like that. That's it for that case. Moving on. Here's another case.
Vai vendo se você conhece esse cara aí, ó. Vai aparecer, sabe quem é ele? Vê se você conhece. aqui, ó. Então, aí, ó. É. O cara veio pra matar ela mesmo, hein? Você não é ex, não? Parece que tá uma boa arma. Ele quase atirou nesse.
Okay, let's look at that again.
Vai vendo se você conhece esse cara aí, ó. Vai aparecer, sabe quem é ele? Vê se você conhece. Aí eu tô saindo aqui, ó. Então, aí, ó. É.
Okay, so as you can see, the girl doesn't notice the guy walking up to her and shooting her multiple times. Let's see.
Então, aí, ó. É.
And he appears to have already pulled his gun out, so that's a really a red flag. Um, and according to this, it says that it was over a war between criminal factions, Red Command and First Command of the Capitol. The girl had rented the house to celebrate her birthday. Um, and that's pretty much why she was killed. So,
O cara veio pra matar ela mesmo, hein? Você não é ex, não? Parece que tá.
so yeah, um, you got to know who you're dealing with in social situations, and you also have to know um, who you know who's carrying what weapon, and sometimes you have to be armed depending on the situation, and know the area where you live in, you know, and if someone pulls a weapon on you and you're unarmed, you could try to go for the disarm, but it's a risky move, so um, it's not entirely the best one in some situations. So you really have to think fast and come up with a plan quick. So that's it for that one. There's this one. Shocking moment, machete gang attacked man as desperately tries to seek shelter in a car. One of the thugs smashes the back window of the car as he cowers inside during a disturbing attack. Let's see if it'll play.
We're improving grid to give you more options.
Dang it.
and more control over how you pay, all while keeping your rates below the national average. Duke Energy, building a smarter energy future.
Here we go. Okay. So they shouted, finish him now. He comes out swinging what appears to be a samurai sword. The gang shouts abuses at him. You can see the photos here. See the weapon here. Um, Smash the back door, take him out of the car. They shout, let's finish him now. His face needs cutting up. Shank the F out of him. Someone throws a shopping trolley in his direction while the apparent victim defends himself by tossing a bike. Same. Okay. He takes cover behind the car. Eventually they flee. So let's look at that again. Okay, so in this particular situation, I don't know if this was his car. I'm assuming it is. So if it is, then you have to pretty much get away as quickly as possible. Get to the driver's seat, um, lock all your doors, turn the car on, and just get out of there as quickly as you can. Don't try to escalate the situation by coming out with a weapon and trying to fight, because you're only putting yourself in more danger um, already, which seems to be the case here. I don't know. And if your car doesn't work, then might as well stay inside the car, unless unless the situation changes or whatnot. But it seems like the guy comes out with a sword and tries to battle it out. and see what happens. Okay, so it's good that he's using a sword to defend himself, but if you're gonna use a sword to defend yourself, then you need to um, pretty much try to incapacitate or kill your attackers. Um, and he had the opportunity to do it. He had the opportunity to slice a couple of them up, but he didn't. So that's the really important part. Is you need to be trained to do that, um, and know the advantage of your weapon, because it seems here like the one of the guy has a shopping trolley, and that has more reach than the sword. Your sword could get caught in that, and the guy could potentially disarm you or whatever the case may be. And it seems like he throws at him, and that's not good. So it's good that he's using the cars as cover, because to avoid getting surrounded and hit and whatever the case. So that's good. Like I said in my last video. Yeah, so that's pretty much the important part: is use the environment to your advantage. Um, use your surroundings to your advantage and whatnot. Use weapons, use whatever. Except for that one. Let's look at this case. Gang surrounds car and attacks 21-year-old man with metal bars before a thug stabs him to death. Alright, let's look at the news article. CCTV footage showed a gang surround a car, attack a 20-year-old man with metal bars before one thug stabbed him to death. He was boxed in and ambushed by armed men. They're launching a sickening attack as they beat um, him with metal bars before one member of the attack delivers a fatal blow. He tries to escape by climbing from the front passenger seat, but was stabbed in the back. Um, the moment the killer is wearing a black hoodie, opened the rear passenger door and attacked him before fleeing. Let's see. yeah, so there they are. And so, like I said in my other videos, it's very important to have situational awareness. Know the environment that you're in, know who you're dealing with, and have a weapon with you. Um, and use the environment to your advantage. Try to get away as quickly as you can. Try to use the car to get away as quickly as you can. And there's several strategies to do that, but I'll get into those some other time. Um, really, the best thing you can do is stay inside the vehicle. Don't try to get out of the vehicle because you got guys who are trying to surround you, and as soon as you try to get out of the vehicle, you're putting yourself in more danger. You know, they're going to be waiting for you outside, and they're going to try to come in through the windows or whatever the case may be, and try to get you outside there. That's something you don't want to do. Um, and But really, the best thing to do is to have a weapon on you. And that's it for that one. Gang of thugs attack man with sticks and a sword. Let's look at this. Gang of young men attacking another guy with sticks and a sword. Um, he was approached with one of the guys threatened him with a gun. "I'm going to kill you." The gunman yelled at the victim. The man tried to run away but tripped and fell. A group of four surrounded him, beat him up repeatedly with two wooden sticks, and cut him on the head with a long sword. It was unclear what sparked the beatdown. Um, so yeah, there we go. Um, so again, running does not work. Someone tried to run, but he fell over. And another thing is you want to get up. As soon as you fall down, you got to get up because they could have easily killed him right there on the spot. As you saw in the video, he was getting beat up and everything. So you want to move around and have a weapon on you, like I keep saying, and take advantage of the situation. You have to act fast. When someone threatens you, you got to take the threat seriously. So, next one. Gang attack man with cleaver and wall saw. Some guy was attacked by a machete-like object. Had non-life threatening chest and head injuries, although nothing was stolen from him. Three-man group who was wearing balaclavas, can't pronounce that, drove off. So, um, in this particular situation, again, have weapons on you, know who you're dealing with, and use the environment around you. Possibly disarm your attacker if you can. And do know that sometimes and oftentimes attackers aren't good with using melee weapons. They're not trained. They don't think like you do. So you could potentially escape with your life, um, depending on where they hit you, because they're not skilled in those weapons. So let's see. Next one. Manchester machete gang attacks man after chasing him down in two cars. Witnesses say they saw two cars swerving over the road in Boston before the occupants go out to attack the victim. Man was rushed to the hospital after being chased down by two cars attacking machetes. The car was screeching around Boston before the 27-year-old was attacked. Was chased down. They got out. They chased somebody with a machete. He was on the floor. They hit him with a machete. There was a lot of blood. They then jumped in the car, drove off. He was knifed, um, stabbed, I think, and yeah, pretty much. They were chasing him on their cars. There you can see the blood on the shirt, on his clothes. So yeah, again, running does not work, especially if your attackers have vehicles and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so sometimes you have to pretty much deal with your attackers and move around and use the weapons that you have available and try to create distance and whatnot. And things like that. So, yeah, those are pretty much all the lessons that I have for you today. Um, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave comments. If you want to take a Fiverr self-defense course for modern self-defense, then check out the link below. Um, Message me and stuff like that. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week.